is Samara, and I had a big idea to start a children's march. After a lot of people got hurt or killed by the police, many grown-ups marched and rioted, but nothing changed. It's mostly young black people that get killed by the police. I decided that if children took a stand and marched, things would definitely change. So I told my idea, but I didn't think it would happen. But people gave me more ideas and supported the idea, and it actually happened. We are here because we want to change how police harm innocent people because it looks suspicious.
Okay. Is there another?
So, is there another speaker?
Thank you for coming out today. We appreciate that you came out to listen to us because we have very important things to say about police brutality. Two other schools came out to march with us: St. Kofa, Freedom Academy Charter School, and the Workshop School. We marched from the Art Museum to City Hall. Each of the three schools has three representatives who will present questions and suggestions about improving relations between Philadelphians and police officers. We will begin with Jubilee School, and then we will hear from St. Kofa and the Workshop School.
Why don't you identify yourself, though, so they know who you are and what school you're from?
I'm Cora. I'm in the 6th grade. I go to Jubilee School. And now Leon will speak.
Name and school and the grade.
My name is Ramsey. I'm in the 6th grade and I go to Jubilee School. And my question is, what can you do to stop the killing of mostly black people? How are you going to change the growing rate of African Americans dying from police brutality and shootings?
Okay, now is this the format for me now to start responding?
Yes.
Well, first of all, let me start by thanking all of you for being here today and for being involved at such a young age. It's very important. And Samara, you coming up with an idea like this at your age says an awful lot about you as an individual, and you should really be congratulated. I know your parents are very, very proud of you. We're all concerned about violence that takes place on the streets of our city. We're all concerned about what's going on now in terms of relationships between police and community. And certainly here in Philadelphia, I'm working as hard as I can to improve relationships, to make sure that officers don't use force against people that is not necessary. There's nothing more important than the sanctity of life, and we need to guard and protect that. That's what we're here for. But we need to also look at violence that's taking place in our communities that really has nothing to do with police, because that is a real problem in many of our communities, and we've got to find a way to stop the violence. And if we can find a way to stop the violence in general, then a lot of other things start to fall in place. And it's going to really be young people like you, not just being involved now, but staying involved as you grow, keeping young people involved, because you're the ones that change the world. You can change the world. So today you're here to talk about police. Stay engaged in your education and issues surrounding education, housing, job opportunities, all those kinds of things. Because one day you're going to be leading this city. And the earlier you get involved in these important issues, believe me, you get involved, we'll listen. That's why I came here today. Because I wanted to listen, I wanted to hear from you. And you did a good job, by the way. Let me put this back over your way. Wait a second. All right.
My name is Amia Green. I am from the Jubilee School and I'm 12. My question is, when a policeman shoots someone who is unarmed, we want them to have consequences. They should go to trial and get fired. What are you going to do about the unarmed black people being killed and the policemen who are shooting just getting away with it?
Well, that's a good question. And what we have to do, we have a process where we investigate all police uses of force, particularly shootings. And not only do we investigate it, our district attorney's office investigates it as well. Sometimes the United States Attorney's Office investigates these cases. So we have to go through all the facts, find out what the circumstances are, and if an officer is found to be wrong and committed a criminal act, then they will be charged. If, however, that's not the case, then they won't be. That doesn't mean there won't be some administrative action. If they violated department policies, for an example, and things of that nature, then we'll address that internally. But there is a process in place where a lot of people do review and watch these things very, very carefully. And if you look at some cities like in Baltimore, Cleveland, and various other places, there have been officers placed on trial. You're welcome. Good job.
My name is Julius. I go to the Jubilee school and I'm in 6th grade. We need more programs like PAL, the Police Athletic League. We also want to start having block parties and meetings with police officers in the district. What will you do to make sure all the officers get to know the people in the district?
Well, that's an excellent question, and thank you for asking it. I'm a strong believer in the Police Athletic League, PAL. We have a lot of PAL centers, but in my opinion, we don't have enough because we aren't able to cover every neighborhood where we need that kind of activity for young people, not just athletic activities, but also educational opportunities, the tutoring after school, and things like that, all those kinds of things that take place in a PAL center. One of the things that I started when I became police commissioner here in Philadelphia is all of my new police officers start off walking a foot beat. And the reason I put them on a foot beat, walking instead of driving in cars, is so they get to know everybody in the neighborhood. They get to know all of you folks, the young people in the neighborhood. They get to know adults. They get to know everybody. And I think that's the beginning of starting good relationships. But we've got to find more opportunities for young people. We have a lot of activities, great, DARE, PAL, but we can't do it by ourselves. So we work with the Department of Parks and Recreation. But there needs to be more activities for young people as well. So thanks for asking the question. Good job. And I'll do what I can to see if we can get a few more PAL centers out there. Are you? Which PAL do you belong to? Upper Darby? Okay, very good. Very good. Thank you, sir. All right.
So we have the same Coca.
All right.
Who's first?
Hello. You want to wait till you get close to the mic there so everybody can hear you.
Okay. Hi, my name is Tahir Chambers, and I'm from St. Coca Academy Charter School, and I'm in 11th grade. And the question that I have for you is, what are some programs that are being instilled within the police force, ensuring that police brutality will stop?
Well, there's a couple things. In 2013, I asked the Department of Justice, the U.S. Department of Justice, to come and take a look at our department and look at our policies, look at our training, look at everything to see how we can improve in light of some of the issues we have regarding use of force. They did that. They completed their report. They presented it in March of this year. And we're in a process of implementing recommendations that will improve training, education, the process that we use in terms of how we investigate these incidents, having others come in and actually investigate as well. I was chosen to be co-chair of the President's Task Force on 21st Century Policing. We too completed a report, submitted recommendations to the President. We're also in the process of implementing those recommendations as well. So we've got a lot of things that we are doing, but we've got to do a better job of reaching out to the community, but then the community has to reach back. Yes. And at some point in time, we've got to find a way to move forward as opposed to just dwelling on the past. And I recognize that in the past, there have been mistakes made, there have been things happen that weren't right, but we've got to move forward, and we can only do that together if we really want to make a difference. Thank you. Good job, and stay involved.
Hello, I'm Aziz Sim from Sankofa Freedom Academy Charter School, and I am in the 10th grade. My question to you is it true that some police officers' pay is based on the number of arrests that they have?
No. But I can go into more detail if you would like.
I would appreciate.
But you asked a yes or no question, so I wanted to give you just flat out, no, that's not true. Now, officers that go to court get overtime if it's on off-duty hours and things of that nature, but there is no fee that people get for making arrests or whatever. They should only make arrests if they have probable cause to make an arrest of a person who has committed a crime, fill out the necessary paperwork, bring it before the district attorney who reviews it and decides whether or not those charges are appropriate, and then it will go to court. If the district attorney does not agree, then of course the person is released. But that's the process. But there is no pay for extra. In other words, I give you more money because you make more arrests than me. Situation. That's just not true. It doesn't happen.
Okay, thank you.
All right? Thank you, sir. Good job, young man. Aaron? Okay, thank you.
Hi, my name is Aaron, and I'm from the workshop school, 9th grade, and what I would like to know today is, do you think that the communities are starting to retaliate against police, and if so, what should be done?
Well, I do have some concerns about some of the tensions that exist, but it has to be broken down through conversation and through working together. Not everyone in a community, however challenged it may be, is guilty of committing crime. Not every police officer, even though they're bad. It starts by having conversation, by getting to know one another, and understanding that we all have one thing in common, and that is we want safe neighborhoods. And if we find ways to work together to do that, then a lot of that tension goes away, and a lot of the conflict. It comes from understanding one another, and for police officers treating people in a respectful way. But again, as I said before, we need to reach to the community, but the community has to reach back as well. Thank you, young man.
Excuse me.
Well, I was just asked, what can you all do to help the situation? I'm being told here by media folks to spin everything around, right? Is that better? All right. What can you do to help the situation? I can think of one thing that is probably the most important thing you can do. Stay in school. Continue to get your education. Finish your elementary school, go to high school, finish that, go to college, finish that. The world is yours, but you have to be in a position to take advantage of it. You want to make a difference? Stay involved like you are today. Police-community relations, what you see going on right now, is a very, very serious issue. And quite frankly, in policing, and we had a lot of meetings about this, we have to change the way we do things. There's no question about that. But communities have to change as well, and we all have to focus on what's important, and that is creating a safe environment for you all to be able to grow up, for your children to be able to grow up. That happens by staying involved. Become active. Stay active. Being here today means a lot, and that's why I wanted to come here, especially when I found out this is 4th, 5th, 6th grade, early high school. Why? Because that's the age group that needs to get involved. And whether today we're talking about policing, you need to be talking about education. You need to be talking about job opportunities. You need to be talking about housing. You need to be talking about all these different kinds of things because they impact your life and they impact other people as well, and they'll impact your children. So the single most important thing you can do is stay in school. Don't be influenced by people, and there'll always be somebody who doesn't want to do the right thing, and peer pressure. Don't fall prey to that. Continue to stay focused on what you want. As Samara was talking about, she wants to make movies, be a producer, be a writer. All that is within reach. But it starts with education. It starts by paying attention to what's going on in the world around you and being active and let your voice be heard. Because believe me, I'm here because you demanded that I be here. Now listen. So a collective voice means a lot. When you get together like that and decide you want to do something, there's a lot of power in that. And you can get a lot of people's attention. You certainly got mine. And I'm very, very glad I'm here. I listened to what you had to say. And believe me, we're going to do everything we can to make things better.
Commissioner Ramsey, come on. Let's come on. My name is Dr. Joy Scraggins, and I'm president of Legacy Pathways. And I'm a civil rights leader, and I am so honored today. It's one of the greatest pride of really my career to have young leaders say we want to make a difference. And Commissioner Ramsey, for you to be a commissioner that has a tremendous impact in our community, we thank you, because the voice that was missing was the voice of the youth. And we want you to know that what is most important today is how the city came together and guided us here so that we can have this valuable conversation. And as we continue the conversation, we would like to work closely with your police department. We have a Tame and Train Your Tongue, which we all learned today was very important. And I would like for all the students to give themselves a round of applause, because
just one more thing, something I would really like to do, and we'll work through your teachers. But, you know, you're more than welcome to come down and visit me in my office. I think we need to continue this discussion and this dialogue, okay? And I'll keep you posted on what's going on, all right? I love each and every one of you, I truly do. And you are the future, and you just brighten my day tremendously by being here today. So we're going to follow up, and I'll give the teachers the information they need, and we'll make arrangements for you to come down to police headquarters, down to my office, and anywhere else you might want to go and visit and kind of see what we do, how we do it, and have a better understanding of some of the challenges in policing. And I think if you understand that, then you can start to kind of put some of these issues into better context.
thank you. And before you go, we have a petition to give to you. We would like to acknowledge also Anthony Bannister, who will be leading our National Fathers and Family, and his son David, to really have a tremendous impact, particularly in the policing community. And at this time, we would like the petitions to be presented to Commissioner Ramsey.
Hello, my name is Jalen. I am in 6th grade, and I am from the Jubilee School, and I will be reading the petition me and my entire school wrote. We, the children of Philadelphia, demand that police brutality be stopped now and forever. We want the Stand Your Ground law and Stop and Frisk laws to be abolished. Most police brutality happens because of discrimination. When police kill people, they should go to trial and not get away with major crimes. For centuries, our ancestors fought for Black lives constantly, without an end. We shouldn't have to say Black Lives Matter in the 21st century. We deserve a world that involves no police brutality and that is filled with safety, respect, and peace.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.